You need something that when your alarm goes off at 4 a.m. in the morning and you wake up and you see that picture on the wall, and right when you were thinking on hitting snooze, as soon as you take a look at that picture, you're just like, nah, let's go bust through this wall real quick. I don't never want to feel like how she made me feel ever again. At one point in my life, my villain was myself. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. Welcome back to my channel. I post content about fashion and everything self-improvement. I was having a conversation this morning with one of my brothers, and he was just kind of telling me how, just venting, expressing himself, how he's been down. He's feeling some type of way about something that he saw, like that pertaining to his ex. As we're having this conversation, the whole premise around the whole conversation is about him not being happy about his current circumstances. But the thing about this conversation is we've had this conversation before. It got me thinking, who's your villain? You need a villain. I told him that the issue that he's having right now is that he's too comfortable. Like, his life is way too sweet. Like, he doesn't have a villain. At every stage of life as a man, you need a villain. You need something to conquer. You need something to defeat. You need something to motivate you. You need something that when you hear it and when you see it, it sparks this like burning desire in your heart. It disgusts you. If you look at all the major superhero movies, if you look at all the great movies where there's like one center person, he's always had a villain to conquer. There's always been an antagonist. There's always something that motivates the person. And this is exactly what I told my homie. I said, that's your problem. You don't have a villain. And I realized at every period of my life, I've always had a villain. You need a villain in your life. And if you don't have a villain, you need to create one. It's funny, when I was watching the Last Dance documentary, I think they said something along the lines of Jordan just making stuff in his mind making stuff up in his mind in order for him to like play better or something. Whatever the story was, it never even happened. He just created it in his mind and he obliterated, bro. For as far as I can remember, I think my very first villain in life was my school basketball team. I remember when I first tried out to play for my school basketball team in 6th grade. I literally didn't make the team. I promise that I left that gym. I ran home crying. And I remember I told myself that I am gonna hate that team. That basketball team and every player on the team was gonna be my enemies. Even there were kids that I went to school with. That was just a mental note that I created for myself. I remember I went in my driveway, I'm dribbling, Fast forward to the following year, I came to that tryout with a mission. I was a pest. You would have thought I had a personal vendetta against some of the players on the team because I was so angry in the sense of I was overlooked. I was the underdog. I felt whatever the feelings and the emotions that pissed me off for not making that team. I literally told myself, like, bro, I'm gonna work as hard as I can over this summer. And all these kids that I go to school with, we're cool when it comes to school, whatever. But when it comes to that basketball court, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to destroy you. And I came in that tryout and I made the team and I destroyed them players. Some of y'all think that's small, but the thing about having a villain is it doesn't need to be the same villain for the rest of your life. Each season calls for a different villain. And some of you are so freaking comfortable right now. Some of you guys are so stagnant You sitting around mental masturbating, you're sitting around overthinking, and you're not doing nothing, is because you do not have a villain in your life. You don't have an arch enemy. And y'all think it's small. Y'all think it's childish or whatever. Whatever. You need a villain for every season of your life. If you want to amount to anything, if you want to get anything done, if you need a motivation, if you need something that is a fire that is sparking in your heart, in your spirit, you need a villain. And if you don't have one, create one. And for most of you guys, it's going to be a girl. That's the sad reality of it. For most of you guys, your villain is going to be a woman. And that's fine. Use whatever you need in order for you to achieve. But you're comfortable, man. You're sitting around not doing anything with your life. You do not have anything to defeat. You need a villain. The basketball team was my villain when I was however old I was when I was in 6th grade. Fast forward to when I graduated high school, I was dating this girl. The relationship ended for whatever reason. I remember making that girl the villain of my life for like 4 years. My whole mind state was to just make her regret everything that she ever made me feel and that she overlooked me. I made that girl the villain of my life. And I got in that tunnel. I hopped in that mode. I got in that tunnel. I got in the gym. I improved every aspect of my life in a 2-year span tremendously. Tremendously. Everything changed. I got more money. I built a relationship with God. I built a relationship with myself. I started actually becoming the person that I am. That's when I actually started becoming. I hit the gym. Every facet, every area in my life, 10x in a 2-year span. And it was solely because I made that girl my enemy. Do I hate her? Not necessarily. But I hated how she made me feel, so I made her my enemy for years. For years. That was my driving force. That was my energy. That was my battery. Y'all sitting around so comfortable with your lives. You don't have no enemy. You don't have no arch nemesis. You don't have nothing that fuels you that you want to just defeat and conquer. You are a grown man and you have nothing in your life that just riles you up, that makes you want to just go and go get it. You need something that just makes you want to punch through a wall. You need a villain in every season in your life. You need a villain in every season in your life. That period of time was the first time I seen so much growth in my life. I'm talking about I became a new person in 24 months, completely. My goal is not to live life forever chasing vengeance of people that did me wrong or whatever. That's not my goal in life. Because ultimately what you're doing is you're playing a trick on yourself. Even though you have a villain that you want to defeat, that you want to conquer, but you're not really doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. And that's why you're really tricking your mind. Where I was when I left that relationship and where I went in 2 years, no one would actually think that's even possible. A lot of you just don't have it in you. There's nothing to live for if there's nothing to defeat, if there's nothing to conquer. As a man, you need something to conquer each and every day. So each and every season in your life, You need a villain. You need a new villain. How can you wake up each and every day and not have something in mind that you just want to just defeat, that you just want to conquer, that you just want to... It makes me mad that you don't have a villain. Like, it makes me mad that you don't have something in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart that just makes you want to just be disgusted out of your... Like, you just want to spit them out your mouth. You don't understand how comfortable you are. Life is about a chase. For a man, it's forever beating the next person, achieving the next thing. You need something in your life that is worth waking up. You need something that when your alarm goes off at 4 a.m. in the morning and you wake up and you see that picture on the wall, and right when you were thinking on hitting snooze, as soon as you take a look at that picture, you're just like, nah, let's go bust through this wall real quick. Let me get this workout in real quick. Because I don't never want to feel what that picture just made me feel. Whatever it is that you're looking at, whatever it is that you're thinking about, you're just like, you never want to feel that feeling ever again. That's how I felt about that girl. However she made me feel, I literally told myself, I don't never want to feel like how she made me feel ever again. I got up for 2 years straight and I just worked on myself relentlessly until I could look at myself in the mirror and say that I'm proud of myself, that I defeated this person. This person never has dominion over my life again. This villain is defeated. He'll never be able to have dominionship over my life ever again. He'll never make me feel. He'll never be able to get a rise out of me again because I done defeated him. And what I felt before, I never will feel it again because I done worked to be better. It's actually crazy to me that I'm sitting here recording this video and I'm thinking some of you really don't have a villain. Some of you really don't have something in your life right now that if you just think about it, it don't just piss you off. My boy that I was having a conversation with, when he told me that it's over a girl, he saw something that pissed him off. I said, look, you should screenshot that. You should make that your wallpaper until you could look at it and it never makes you feel a type of way again. Why? Because you're proud of what you have for yourself. It's really not about them. It has nothing to do with them. They're just a battery. You're just using their battery in order to make yourself better. I told him, man, you should screenshot this picture of that girl. And every time you open up your phone, you should be stick to your stomach. And you should feel that same feeling that's pissing you off right now. And you should keep that as your wallpaper until you no longer feel like that again. That's the type of person I am. In every season of your life, you need another villain. Create a villain, defeat it, and do it again. Find a villain, find something that really stirs you up, find something that really gets you going, defeat it, and do it again. When he told me that, I literally told him, bro, I would be screenshotting this picture right now. Whatever it is that's pissing you off, I said, bro, screenshot it. Make it your wallpaper of your phone. And each and every time that you open up your phone, you should feel that feeling that's pissing you off right now. And at some point, you're going to get so tired of feeling that way that you're going to conquer that villain and it'll never have dominionship over your life ever again. Not be good for your mental health, or that might not be good for you, or it might be toxic, or that's negative, whatever you're thinking. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're probably right. You're probably right. But do you want what comes on the other side of defeating your villain? Or do you want to be in the same place that you're at right now? And do you want to feel that same way again? Life is about choosing your hard. You can look at this thing into the eyes and look at it and be like, no, you no longer have control over me. I control the destiny of my life. I've conquered you. You no longer can make me feel some type of way. Life is about choosing your heart. Choose your heart. Choose your villain. Figure out what gets you going. Imagine it. Never let it leave your mind until you've defeated it. Never, never, never let it leave your mind. You need a villain in life. That's just how life works. You need a villain. You need something that pisses you off. You need something that's going to make you get up and keep going. You need that thing. You're not doing it for them. It may sound like it. You're not doing it for them, but you're doing it for you. Because guess who benefits from this situation? You. Not them. You benefit from this situation. You do. Like some of y'all really sitting around in life right now. Y'all don't have a villain. Y'all don't have something that y'all want to defeat. Y'all don't have something y'all want to go after. Something that y'all want to surpass. Like y'all, there's really people sitting out here with no villain. And in the process of conquering your villain, you got to also make sure that you don't allow it to become your whole identity. I'll share something real personal with you guys. I feel like my whole life, the biggest villain that I've ever had in my life was my father, because he was never in my life. And each and every day I wrestle with that, because I want to make sure that I use his absence as fuel, but I don't allow it to become everything that I stand for. My whole identity is surrounded about this. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, part of the reason why I make videos like this is because of that. But then each and every day I ask myself, like, am I really passionate about this? Am I really speaking about this? Do I really want to help guys? Or is it because I lacked a father figure for so long in my life that the main reason why I even have some sort of like feeling or purpose to be doing this is because of my dad? So you don't want to allow it to become who you are. Your life shouldn't be surrounded by your villain, but it should be what fires you up. But yeah, it's something that I thought about for so long, and I realized it's a part of a bigger picture why I do this. It's not because of him. But then again, though, even if it is because of him, I've still been able to progress so much in my life and improve so much of my life because he's my villain. So when you think about it, when you create a villain, when you have a villain, when you have something that you can look to each and every day, it's a win-win situation. Because whether it becomes your identity or not, which is not what you should strive for, but whether it becomes your identity or not, at least you got better. At the very least, at least you got better. So all of you that might be talking about this, it could be toxic, it could be this, cool, whatever. Bro, I'm getting better in life. I'm not in the same place I used to be. I'm not the same person I used to be. But then you're talking to me and you're complaining about how you haven't got anything done in your life. You need a villain in your life, bro. Whatever you think, however it makes you feel, bro, you need a villain in your life, bro. You need a villain in your life, bro. Some of you are watching my videos because you feel inspired. You feel motivated by what I do. Bro, I got here by creating a villain. At every point in my life, I had a villain. That's how I got here. So complain all you want, say it's toxic all you want, think of all this overthinking shit all you want. It's the same reason why you're not doing anything. And all I did was create one thing, a villain. And I literally have just been progressing each and every freaking year. Some of you just started watching my videos. If y'all would have met me in 2018, y'all would not be seeing the same guy. At one point in my life, my villain was myself. I literally chose a version of myself that I hated, that I called my anti-self. I literally changed my social media name because the name that I had before became my villain. I despised it. I hated the person that I was. I hated where I was at. I chose a version of myself to be my villain. It doesn't have to be a person that hurt you. It doesn't have to be a person that did something to you. It doesn't have to, bro. It just needs to be something that you could look at and you just like, nah, I don't never want to feel like this again when I look at this thing. I'm telling you right now, bro, at some point in my life, at one point in my life, bro, my villain was myself. Sometimes in life, you got to play tricks on your mind. That's how you get to where you want to be. This is how I've been able to get through life, by just creating villains for every season. Because at some point, you just need something to defeat. You need something that disgusts you. And once you see that one thing that just pisses you off, that just gets your gears going, and you make that your villain, and you stare it in the eye each and every day. You tell yourself, I'm going to get up, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep grinding each and every day until this villain, this thing can never make me feel like this again. This is your life. This is your life. If you're watching this video right now, it's because this is exactly what you needed to see. This is exactly what you needed to hear. And this is exactly what you need to do. You need to shut this video off right now. Find your villain. Create a villain. Get up each and every day. Fight tooth and nail. Grind daily, relentlessly, until you have defeated that villain. And as soon as you defeat that villain, I want you to create another one. You need a villain in your life. That's why you're not where you want to be.